Hey, what is up guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG, and in this video guys, I've got a deck profile for you, and we're going to be taking a look at Zoroark Lycanroc. Now, this is actually a deck that I'm a really big fan of because it combines two of my favorite Pokemon, which is the Midnight form Lycanroc, I think that's what it's called, and Zoroark GX, or just Zoroark, not Zoroark GX. Zoroark GX, cool card, but you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, this is just a cool deck, I really like it, and so I just decided to build it. Stuff finally came in the mail, built this right away. So let's go ahead and get into it, taking a look at the 3-3 Zoroark. We have 2 GX and of course 1 regular. I'm going to take a look at the GX here first. Has the ability to trade once during your turn. Before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand, and then if you do, you can draw 2 cards. It's actually a pretty nice ability. It just allows you to just draw some extra cards throughout your turn. And then it has Righteous Beating for 20 times of each Pokemon you have in play. So basically, you can pretty much hit for about 120, throw a Choice Spin on there, that'll be 150, and then play a Professor Kukui, which will be 170. Not too bad. It does have 210 HP, so it can take a couple hits. So that's pretty good. So, I mean, basically, you can two-shot Pokemon, and it can take 2 shots. You get a really nice ability with it, and it's just really cool. But, yeah, since that came out, I feel like this Zoroark actually kind of got a little more popular because though the GX is out, the GX is really nice, the GX is cool, awesome, this is still a really good card. The regular Zoroark is still amazing. Zoroark really never fell off. I felt like it still had that presence, but I feel like with the GX coming out, it pretty much got revived, and it's really awesome because I love this card. It's one of my favorite Stage 1s, if not my favorite Stage 1 card that's ever been printed. But it has stand-in. Pretty much what it allows you to do is bring Zoroark from your bench and make it your active Pokemon. Throw a Float Stone on there, you pretty much have a really nice combination. And then it has Mind Jack for 10 and then 30 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now, if they have a full bench and you throw a Choice Band on this sucker, you're going to be dishing out a ton of damage. And yeah, it's just really a solid one-prize attacker that can dish out a lot of damage, and stand-in is such a nice ability, and just all-around really nice solid card. And then, of course, we have the 3 Zorua here, the new one, the promo, with the really cool art of Zorua, and then, of course, that Zoroark behind it. Really nice. So, going to be playing a 3-3 line there, 2 GX, 1 regular. But next up, we're going to take a look. If I don't drop my cards, that would be embarrassing. At Lycanroc, we have a 3-3 line of that. Of course, Lycanroc is a card that I have covered a couple times on my channel. But this has Bloodthirsty Eyes, and basically it gives you a Lysander effect. It allows you to bring up one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then it has Claw Slash for 110, and then Dangerous Road GX, which is 50 times the amount of your opponent's Pokemon. Yes. Okay. I thought I messed it up. But yeah, as you can tell, has a lot of similar traits here, like this Zoroark right here. And the reason why I didn't cover the GX attack on this Zoroark here is because, well, this deck you can't do it, but it is there. It just pretty much allows you to choose one of your opponent's attacks and use it as this attack. Really cool. But basically, what's really cool about this deck is you can use Bloodthirsty Eyes to bring up a Pokemon and attack with either Zoroark or attack with regular Zoroark, or just attack a Lycanroc, whichever one you're going with at the current time, whichever one benefits you the most in that matchup. And Dangerous Road can do a lot of damage. I mean, it's 2 energy and you can do a crap ton. And the cool thing about Lycanroc is it takes a fighting and a DCE, so the attack isn't too hard to pull off, just a couple attachments. And then we are going to be playing this Rockruff. It's just the one I have. I mean, you can play the promo one if you want to. It's up to you. But, yeah, it's going to run a 3-3 line there. Pretty good. Next up, we're going to be playing 3 Tapu Lele GX. I know that this is a card that a lot of people do struggle getting. I understand that completely. Unfortunately, it's just something that you have to have nowadays. But it has Wonder Tag, which allows you to just search your deck for a supporter whenever you play it down and put it in your hand. And then it has Energy Drive 20 for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. I apologize, guys. I'm a little under the weather. That's why I'm screwing up so much. But this just allows you to have that opening hand of Brigette, which I'll get to that here in a second, or allows you to search out for a Sycamore, a card that I'll get to here in a little bit. And it also allows you to grab Guzma, which, we run a little lower count in this deck. You'll see that here in a second because of Bloodthirst Eyes. But pretty much whatever supporter you might need in this situation, you can grab it with Tapu Lele. And it's very searchable with the Ultra Ball. And that makes Ultra Ball even more of a good card because it pretty much is a guaranteed supporter. Now for this next card, guys, what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to close your eyes. Okay, I'm going to need you to close your eyes. I'm going to need you to visualize something for me. All right, because we're going to use our imagination here. Okay, we're going to do something a little different. We're just going to use our imagination, And we're going to pretend that this is an Espeon EX, not an Espeon GX, alright? So this Espeon EX here that we have has Miraculous Shine, and pretty much what it allows you to do is devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution into your opponent's hand. So, getting back to what I was talking about earlier with Zoroark being able to two-shot stuff. Now you got this deck here that pretty much allows you to basically bring up stuff a little more frequently. And, you know, you have Bloodthirsty Eyes, you have Guzma, and you can hit for a solid amount of damage. You can hit for about 110, 120, depending on what's on your Pokemon. And the cool thing is if your opponent for some reason just retreats it, Guzma, just whatever, and they have it sitting on their bench, late game you have a lot of damage on the field, well, you can use this Espeon EX, you can use Miraculous Shine, and just put all those cards back in their hand. And you might get some prizes, who knows. But that's just pretty cool. Really nice little touch there. Or, you know, if you have, like if you just hit a Pokemon and they retreat it, Ultra Ball, Espeon, prize, you're good. This card's risen a lot in popularity, and with good reason. Evolutions are becoming more and more popular as the game evolves, pun intended. But yeah, so it's pretty good there. This is a really cool Espeon EX. It's a very rare art that I have. Yeah, I appreciate you guys using your imagination for that one. To round out the Pokemon, we have a Tapu Koko, the promo here. Flying Flips is an amazing attack, and on top of that, it just gives you a free retreater. Tapu Koko is pretty much a one-of in a lot of decks because it is so good. Alright, that is going to do it for the Pokemon. A little long-winded, I know. I do apologize. We're going to speed through the supporters and such because you don't really need to talk about too many of them. Like the Professor Sycamore here, you don't really need to go too much into detail about that one. 4N, the same thing. And then Brigette. Brigette, of course, is a staple nowadays. Of course, getting back to the whole evolution thing just allows you to grab your basics early on. And with Tapu Lele, it's just a lot better. Now, this is a move that does make people very emotional. I've seen it. It's ridiculous at times. And, you know, you can just imagine a kid sitting at his keyboard screaming that this move's broken. Then you hear the sounds of keyboard shit just hitting really hard. But yeah, this is just a really awesome move. Grabbing Brigette, just being able to get your field set up immediately. I know this is a move that, you know, is pretty much split amongst a lot of people. Some people love it, some people think it's too broken. It's there. I mean, it's there. You can do stuff with it. It's cool, so might as well. I just pissed off someone. I know I did. Anyway, next up we have two Guzma. The reason why I only run two Guzma, of course, is we do have Bloodthirsty Eyes, so you don't really need the 3 to 4 Guzma like some decks run. Next up, we have a card that I feel like you can easily switch out for 2 other spots. I wanted to try this. I know some people like it, some people don't, but this is just something I wanted to try out personally, and that is 2 Mallow. You can easily switch this out for 2 other cards, and then whatever else you want to switch out in this deck to make it a little more comfortable for you. But basically the idea behind this, that is perfect, is to use Mallow, and of course it is searchable with Tapu Lele, to put 2 cards on top of your deck. And with this deck needing things like DCE, or it needs like a certain energy type, or needs like a certain evolution, or you can like put a Lycanroc on top of your deck if you need to bring up something you've already used your supporter for the turn. You can use this, put those 2 cards up there, use trade, and then you can pretty much get any 2 cards that you want and put them on top of your deck and get them to your hand right there. And I just wanted to try it out. I just wanted to see how it worked. It's not too bad. Sometimes it's pretty good. Also, if you just lose a Pokemon, like let's say a Lycanroc goes down, you have 1 Rockruff with energy on your bench, you can pretty much just Mallow, grab the Lycanroc and whatever else you might need, and just trade and get them to your hand. So Mallow, just a card I wanted to try out. I know it's probably not the best, but still something I wanted to try. To round out supporters, we have Professor Kukui. Just allows you to hit for a little more extra damage. You know, Lycanroc can hit for 170, I believe, and then of course not Lycanroc, Zoroark, and then a Lycanroc with a strong energy and a choice band, I believe, is 160, and if you play Kukui, it's 180. I think it's 160. I'm not 100% sure. I just did that math all in my head real quick. For the trainers, we have 4 Ultra Ball. Of course, you can grab whatever Pokemon you might need. Grab that Tapu Lele for that Brigette play. 4 Choice Band because we want to do as much damage as absolutely possible. 3 Floodstone. Getting back to the regular Zoroark thing, you have Stand In, Retreat. Also on top of that, just gives you a couple more free retreaters to kind of mess around with. To rescue stretcher, you can actually put a Tapu Lele from discard pile into your hand and guarantee yourself a supporter, or you can grab a Lycanroc and just get the capabilities to bring up something again, or you can use the other effect to shuffle 3 Pokemon, just get them back in your deck. Pretty good there. 2 Floatstone. I really like running Field, or did I say Floatstone? I did say Floatstone. 2 Field Blower, pardon me. 2 Field Blower just in case you do need to discard some stuff. This card's pretty much a staple, and I really enjoy playing it when I don't run stadiums because I can get rid of my opponent's stadiums, and I know this tool is really big right now. 1 special charge because we of course do run strong energy and DCE in this deck, and speaking of those, the energy count is very, very simple. We've got 4 strong energy, 4 fighting energy, and then to round out the entire deck, we of course have the 4 DCE. So yeah, the strategy behind this deck is very simple, guys. Basically, oh yeah, I forgot, we have an Acerola in here. Wow, that was embarrassing. Acerola just to pick up some stuff. Also on top of that, you can pick up a Lycanroc, deny your opponent a prize, or you can just pick up Lycanroc, like I said, and just use its ability again. I cannot believe I didn't see that sitting there. Alright, but yeah, the strategy of the deck is very, very simple. You have 2 attackers in here you can kind of work with. Tapu Lele can be an attacker, I guess, too, but you've got Zoroark in here who has Righteous Beating, and then of course you have the trade ability, and then of course you have Lycanroc with Bloodthirsty Eyes and Claw Slash. It just really depends on your matchup and whichever Pokemon you kind of want to lead with, but the deck's pretty fun. I mean, it's not too bad. I really like it because I get to just mess around with a couple Pokemon that I really like, and so yeah. My Zoroarks and stuff all came in today. I've had this list written down for quite some time now, and I just wanted to go ahead and build it as soon as I got it. I was so excited. And yeah, since my stuff did come in the mail, you guys can expect a lot of videos, and I do have some more stuff coming in too, so do expect some more videos. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you're watching this video and this is your first time on my channel, this is pretty much my content, goofy, crazy, and I mess up a lot. So yeah, take care guys, I love you, appreciate all the support, and this is Epic Pokemon TCG, signing out.